previous video we saw how different resources can be demanded. Okay, how these resources can be demanded from our cloud service provider, and those resources can be this compute power, storage, databases, networking, security, and monitoring. Let me make one diagram and show you. So let's say this is cloud. Okay, so this is cloud. So what you are doing, you are demanding resources, and cloud is providing you the resources. And what are these resources? So these resources will be your storage. Okay, one thing is storage, another thing is databases. Then you have compute powers. Okay, and then you have network, and then you have security. Okay, and after that you have monitoring. So in compute, as I will map it over here, compute, storage, databases, networking, security, and monitoring. Okay. In compute, what you can do is you can, oh, let me change the color. That will be better. In compute, you can demand for different operating system. First thing. Okay. You can demand for maybe macOS. As remember, this is a virtual machine. Okay. So your cloud provider is providing you a virtual machine, and in compute part you want a operating system, and now you are making a machine virtually. Okay, in a virtual way, you are in cloud you are making a machine. Okay, so you are demanding some compute power to make a machine. In your demand, what you are saying, I want an operating system of maybe Mac OS. You can demand for Linux, or you can demand for maybe Windows. Okay, but right now you are going for Mac OS. Now you want a RAM. Okay, you want a RAM of 16 GB. Now you want a GPU. Okay, and you want a storage unit. This storage. Okay, now you want a storage unit, a storage of maybe 500 terabyte. Okay, now this storage, now we have seen how compute resources can be demand, how we can demand compute resources. Now I'm coming again to second part, that is the storage. Let's see how storage will work. Okay, let me change it to here. And this storage can be HDD, this storage can be HDD. Okay, based on your requirement or based on what you like. Okay, so I will come back again over here and you can see the storage. Okay, so this can be a hard disk or this can be solid state drive. Okay, and this storage can be seen in three levels, that is block level, file level, and object level. Don't bother about them. We will in our future videos we will discuss more into it. Right now I am just giving you an overview. Now in compute, you can see there can be batch processing and serverless computing. So I will get into these topic now, and I'll change the color. Now here the first point was we can demand for a machine, and in machine there was a storage part, which I told you that storage can be HDD or HDD. Okay. Now the second point in compute is that's why I'm changing this color to maybe red, because this is the compute part. Batch processing. Batch processing means, let's say you are having four tasks. Okay, and these are very heavy tasks. So what you will do, you will make batch. This is the batch one and this is the batch two. Okay, now you will maybe work on these two batches, and whatsoever will be the result, then this result will be the output, or maybe you will work more on them. So this is how batch processing work. Okay, and after that this is serverless computing. You don't require server. Okay, you just need to write the code. Serverless, you just write the code and deploy it into AWS. It will do all the server related task for you. Okay, so storage I have discussed. Now I will come now I will come to the database. Okay, now what you have done, you have made a computer. See it like this: you have made a computer by using the compute resources. You have included one storage. Okay, it may be HDD or HDD. Using the storage resources. This is the storage resources. This is the compute resources. In compute resources, I have told you, you can use the whatsoever OS you want, whatsoever RAM you want. Okay, and whatsoever, maybe if you want a GPU, then you can. Okay, then in storage resources, HDD or HDD you can use. Okay, then in databases you need to store structured or maybe semi structured data. okay, or maybe unstructured data. For that you are having a 2 point over here. Either you can use MySQL. I will come back over here directly. Okay, either you will use MySQL, okay, that is relational database, or PostgreSQL, or maybe there can be other relational databases. And in NoSQL you will use MongoDB or maybe DynamoDB. Okay, so what we have done, if you are not well aware of MySQL, you can go back and you can in your course you can learn MySQL there. Okay, but for now I will not get into all these parts. Okay, then in networking part, then see we have this is the compute resource we have added, and then we have added one storage to the compute resource, then we added one database, and after that what we are doing, we are adding networking part into it. That why networking part? Because again, networking part is the crucial part. Why? Because we need to maybe from your local machine you need to transfer some data to your virtual machine. How you will do that? Using networks. Okay, and in networking the crucial part is private network on demand. You can demand some of the private network which can be accessed using some of the particular IP addresses. Everyone in the web cannot maybe access these private networks. Okay, so private network can be demanded from your provider, a cloud provider, and they can provide you with some particular IP addresses. Okay, then you have done all this. Now you are exposed to the web. Okay, now you have demanded networking part, and you have included the networking part to all this structure. Now what will happen is there will be a big issue of security. Okay, now when you are transferring the data from your local to your cloud, or maybe from your cloud to cloud, uh, uh, when you are passing the data and when the data is traveling, or maybe when the data is stagnant in your machine, there are like the chances are very high that you need to encrypt that data, otherwise that data will be cyber attacked. Okay, any white hat, any black hat can maybe decrypt your data, or maybe they can expose your data. Okay, so your data is always exposed in the web, so your cloud provider always provide you encryption, but still if you want more encrypted thing, then you can demand them. Okay, so as to secure your data and your private information from cyber attacks. Okay, then the monitoring part will come. See, you have done all these things, plus I'm adding here security. Let me remove all this stuff from here which is not required for now, and now I am adding over here security. Okay, let me change it. Okay, now I am adding here security. Okay, now as you can see, everything is secured now. Okay, now we have done networking. Now we can transfer the data, but while transferring the data, there were some encryption issues, or were some security issues. The cloud provider is maybe giving us that too. And then the last part is monitoring. Okay, monitoring. Then I have told you there are more than 200 features in AWS. Okay, more than 200 features. So maybe you are using 20 of them. Maybe you are using 20 of them. How you will monitor them? It is very tough task. That's why our cloud provider will provide us monitoring resources and activity tracking. Okay, so if some of the resources are not working that good, or if there is some problem coming, so that can be tracked using monitoring resources. Okay, so this is all resources which I was keen to discuss with you, and that's all for this video.